Emily, my beloved daughter, how was your day, sweetheart? I'm sitting here at my desk after a long day at the clinic, reflecting and writing you this letter. I hope these letters will guide you whenever you feel a bit lost, offering a gentle light during challenging moments. When you called a few days ago mentioning your thoughts about marrying Brian, I was truly caught by surprise. Of course, I felt a rush of emotions, mostly pride, but admittedly a touch of sadness. It feels just like yesterday when you were heading off to kindergarten for the first time. I spent that entire day worrying if you'd be okay, only to burst into tears the moment you walked through our front door safe and smiling. And now, here you are, facing one of life's most significant decisions. It truly shows how much you've grown. Emily, life rarely unfolds exactly as we plan. Over the years, I've experienced profound losses, personal setbacks at work, and even betrayals by close friends. Each of those moments deeply hurt, leaving me feeling drained, vulnerable, and occasionally plunging me into profound sadness. Have you ever felt that way? Like sinking slowly into quicksand, where every movement feels exhausting, every action meaningless, and all you want is to stay in bed and hide from the world. Yet, those moments taught me an essential truth. Sadness often follows loss, whether we lose someone we cherish, encounter a career setback, or even experience unexpected disappointments. But here's something crucial: you don't always need a major event to trigger sadness. Sometimes, even when everything seems perfect, good health, loving family, great friendships, you can suddenly feel empty and profoundly downhearted. In those moments, I'd find myself asking, why am I so sad? The truth is, our emotions are complex and deeply personal. Two people can go through the exact same experience yet respond completely differently. You've probably seen this yourself in college. Friends who appear to have it all might secretly wrestle with intense sadness or anxiety, while others who have much less seem content and genuinely happy, finding joy in the smallest things. So Emily, whenever you face difficult moments ahead, I encourage you to pause and look inward rather than searching solely for external explanations. More importantly, please don't ever hesitate to reach out and seek help from people around you. It's not a sign of weakness but rather one of strength and courage, a lesson I've learned through my own struggles. Above all, sweetheart, I want you to remember always to love and cherish yourself deeply. You, more than anyone else, deserve your kindness and compassion. Always your biggest fan, Mom. Emily, my dear daughter, I'm glad to have another chance to sit down and share some thoughts with you tonight. I often find myself smiling when I recall how you used to chase fireflies in our backyard on warm summer nights here in Maine, your laughter echoing through the trees. Life seemed simpler then, didn't it? Today I want to talk about something we've touched on lightly before, but I feel it deserves a deeper dive: expectations. Not just your own, but also those placed on you by others. Growing up, we often receive subtle signals from society, friends, and even family about who we should be or what we should achieve to be considered successful. Remember when your cousin Sarah graduated from Harvard? Everyone praised her, and naturally, you felt pressure to achieve something similar. But sweetheart, life's not about matching someone else's achievements, it's about finding your own path and embracing it. I've seen so many people, even some of my close friends, spend their lives trying to fulfill expectations that weren't truly theirs. Take your Aunt Martha, for instance. She pursued law school not because she loved law, but because Grandpa insisted it would guarantee her security and respect. Years later, she found herself deeply unhappy, questioning the purpose of everything she'd accomplished. It took courage for her to finally walk away and become a schoolteacher, a job she genuinely loves, despite initial disapproval from others. Emily, I want you to understand that chasing other people's expectations can sometimes lead you away from your true self. I've seen bright students, even my patients, feel trapped in careers and lives that don't align with their passions or values. They often tell me they feel empty, despite achieving what many would envy. Financial stability, prestigious positions, or even fame. The saddest part is that this emptiness can manifest as anxiety, depression, or even resentment. One of the toughest lessons I've learned is that true happiness comes not from pleasing others but from discovering what genuinely fulfills you. It might sound like a cliché, but clichés exist for a reason. They're usually built on deep truths. There's a famous saying here in America, the American dream, and while it often symbolizes financial success, I believe it should instead represent the freedom to pursue your own dreams, whatever they may be. Emily, if you're ever in a situation where you feel torn between following your heart or meeting someone else's expectations, ask yourself this simple question: will this choice bring me closer to the life I genuinely want to live? It's okay to take your time with such decisions, and it's perfectly fine to say no or to change your mind. Life isn't a straight highway, it's more like those winding roads we drove together through the Appalachian Mountains, full of turns, surprises, and incredible views, even when the route isn't clear. As you journey forward, remember that your life belongs to you. It's okay to create boundaries, even if it means occasionally disappointing someone else. Your happiness and inner peace are more valuable than temporary approval or praise. Always remember, Emily, you're enough just as you are. You have nothing to prove to anyone, including me. All I want is to see you genuinely happy and true to yourself. Trust your instincts, listen to your heart, and don't be afraid to create your own definition of success. With endless love and support, Mom. Emily, my sweet daughter, tonight, I want to talk to you about something deeply intertwined with happiness and fulfillment: self-worth. It's an idea that often feels elusive, especially in today's fast-paced world filled with social media, constant comparisons, and relentless pressure to perform. Remember those family trips we took to Yellowstone? Standing in front of those grand mountains always reminded us how small yet significant we are, each of us unique and valuable in our own right. I often notice, especially among younger generations, including many of my patients, a tendency to link their worth directly to their achievements, popularity, or appearance. It's heartbreaking because self-worth isn't something you have to earn, Emily. It's something inherent within you. Your value isn't based on grades, job titles, the number of followers you have online, or how closely you fit society's definition of beauty. Your worth is a given, something unconditional and constant. Remember my friend Carol from the clinic? She seemed to have it all: an impressive career as a successful corporate executive in New York City, a luxurious lifestyle, and plenty of admiration. Yet privately, she struggled immensely. Behind closed doors, she constantly worried about whether she was good enough, often comparing herself to her peers and feeling inadequate despite her remarkable accomplishments. It took her years, and plenty of therapy, to understand that her intrinsic worth was never about outward success but about her kindness, her compassion, and her genuine connection to others. Emily, true self-worth comes from within, from accepting yourself completely, including your flaws and imperfections. It's about recognizing your strengths, embracing your uniqueness, and forgiving yourself when things don't go perfectly. Society might encourage you to chase perfection, but remember, perfection is not only unattainable but also unnecessary for happiness. The moments we spent camping beneath the starry skies in Yosemite taught us this valuable lesson: beauty lies in authenticity and simplicity, not in perfection or flawless achievement. I know that sometimes it might feel easier to believe in others' worth than your own, especially when you face setbacks or disappointments. When you doubt yourself, pause and ask, would I talk to a friend the way I'm talking to myself right now? More often than not, the answer is no. Treat yourself with the same gentleness and compassion you would extend to someone you love dearly. It's important to cultivate self-compassion, especially during challenging times. Life, as you know, isn't always fair or kind, but your ability to love yourself through difficulties is powerful and essential. Whenever you encounter moments of self-doubt or insecurity, think of those beautiful sunsets we watched together on Cape Cod. Just as the sun sets gracefully each evening, accepting the end of each day, allow yourself to gracefully accept your own imperfections and shortcomings. Emily, please remember that you are inherently valuable, exactly as you are. You don't need anyone's validation, not mine, not your friends, nor society's, to confirm that. Hold tight to your own understanding of who you are, and cherish it. Your uniqueness is your strength, and your authenticity is your greatest gift to the world. With unconditional love, Mom. Emily, my cherished daughter, tonight, let's talk about something crucial but often overlooked: boundaries. Setting boundaries is not only healthy but absolutely necessary for your emotional well-being and personal growth. You know, when you were younger, we planted that garden together behind our house in Vermont. We carefully fenced it to protect it from rabbits and deer. Boundaries in life work similarly. They protect the most precious parts of us from being depleted or damaged. Throughout my career as a psychologist, I've seen many patients, particularly women, struggle profoundly with this concept. Often raised to prioritize others' comfort and happiness over their own, they feel guilty setting limits or saying no, even when overwhelmed. I, too, have faced this dilemma many times. There were moments in my life, especially early in my career, when I continually said yes to extra responsibilities at work, social obligations, and even family expectations, leaving me drained and resentful. Remember Aunt Lisa from Boston? She's one of the kindest souls you'll ever meet, but she often found herself overwhelmed by her commitments. She volunteered at church, managed PDA meetings, helped friends constantly, and rarely had a moment to herself. Eventually, she burned out, experiencing anxiety and chronic fatigue. It took her a long time to understand that saying no was not selfish, it was essential for maintaining her health and happiness. Watching her reclaim her life through setting clear boundaries was a powerful lesson for us all. Emily, it's crucial to understand that setting boundaries doesn't mean you're unkind or unloving. It means you respect yourself enough to manage your time, energy, and emotional space effectively. Healthy boundaries allow you to engage with others genuinely, without resentment or bitterness. Saying no is not about rejecting someone else, it's about prioritizing yourself appropriately. In relationships, boundaries help define what's acceptable and what's not, helping avoid misunderstandings and hurt feelings. Whether it's with Brian, your friends, colleagues, or even me, clear communication of your boundaries fosters respect and deeper understanding. If someone truly cares about you, they'll respect your limits without trying to change or guilt you into compromising them. Social media, particularly here in America, can make boundary setting even more challenging. There's constant pressure to be available, responsive, and involved in everyone else's lives 24/7. It's important, Emily, to take regular breaks from this digital noise and remember your own needs and privacy. Don't let your life be dictated by external expectations of constant accessibility. It's perfectly fine, even essential, to disconnect and spend time reconnecting with your inner self. Learning to set boundaries might initially cause discomfort, both for you and others. But like most valuable life skills, it gets easier with practice. Soon, you'll realize that clear boundaries empower you, giving you more control over your emotional landscape and freeing you to be authentically you. Whenever you find setting boundaries challenging, think about the sturdy fences around our Vermont garden. Without them, our vegetables would have been eaten or trampled. Similarly, your emotional health, peace of mind, and happiness deserve protective boundaries. Emily, never forget that setting boundaries is a profound act of self-respect and self-love. You are worthy of care, respect, and understanding, not just from others but especially from yourself. Always loving and supporting you, Mom. Emily, my precious daughter, tonight, I want to reflect on a concept that's crucial for navigating life's complexities: resilience. Life is full of ups and downs, twists and turns, much like the roller coaster rides we enjoyed together at Disneyland. Remember how at times you'd grip my hand tightly, fearful of what was coming next? Yet, when the ride ended, you felt exhilarated, proud of having conquered your fears. Resilience is similar. It's about how you respond to adversity, bounce back from difficulties, and even grow stronger because of them. I've seen countless patients who initially thought their hardships would defeat them, only to discover their incredible strength and adaptability. Resilience doesn't mean you'll never feel pain or sadness. Rather, it's your capacity to move through those tough emotions without letting them permanently derail you. Let me share with you the story of your Uncle Mike from California. Mike faced significant setbacks early in his career. After losing his job unexpectedly, he struggled to find a new path. Initially, he felt hopeless and depressed, questioning his value and purpose. But gradually, he discovered that his challenges could lead to new opportunities. He went back to school, changed careers completely, and eventually found a profession that truly ignited his passion. His resilience in the face of failure and disappointment became one of his greatest strengths. Emily, resilience is not an innate quality that you either have or don't. It's a skill you build over time. Each challenge you encounter is an opportunity to strengthen your ability to cope. The next time life throws you a curveball, try to see it not as an insurmountable obstacle, but as a chance to learn something valuable about yourself and the world around you. One of the most critical components of resilience is maintaining a positive outlook, even when times are tough. It's easy to feel overwhelmed or discouraged when setbacks occur, but your perspective shapes your reality more than any external circumstance ever could. Practicing gratitude. Something we often did together at Thanksgiving dinners can significantly shift your mindset from despair to hope. Support systems also play a pivotal role in resilience. Never underestimate the power of leaning on family, friends, or mentors during challenging times. Reaching out for help is not a weakness but a wise and courageous act. Just like when you were younger and learning to ride your bike, sometimes a little support can make a huge difference. Lastly, resilience involves acceptance. There will be situations you can't control, and that's okay. Remember our trips to the Florida coast? We'd watch the waves come and go, realizing how some things are beyond our control. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation, it means acknowledging reality so you can effectively move forward. Emily, resilience isn't about never falling, it's about standing back up every time you do. Each setback you overcome makes you wiser and stronger. Trust in your strength, lean on your loved ones, maintain hope and gratitude, and accept what you cannot change. With unwavering belief in your resilience, Mom. Emily, my beloved daughter, tonight, I want to delve into something profoundly impactful: authenticity. Being authentically you is one of life's greatest yet often most challenging journeys. It's easy to get caught up in who society thinks you should be, who your friends or family expect you to be, or even who you once imagined yourself to be. But, sweetheart, the real beauty and fulfillment in life come from embracing your true self. Do you remember our road trip through the Southwest, particularly the time we visited the Grand Canyon? Standing on that vast edge, you felt overwhelmed by its majesty and beauty. The canyon is magnificent not because it tries to be something it isn't, but precisely because it embodies what it genuinely is: raw, natural, and authentic. Just like the canyon, your true value and beauty emerge clearly when you fully embrace and express your genuine self. I've seen so many individuals, including close friends and patients, who spent years wearing masks, attempting to please others or conform to external standards. Your Aunt Rebecca spent decades working in finance on Wall Street. From the outside, her life seemed glamorous and successful. Yet privately, she felt a deep sense of dissatisfaction because she wasn't pursuing what genuinely brought her joy. Only when she bravely left finance and pursued her lifelong passion for art did she finally feel true contentment and happiness. Emily, authenticity is about honesty, being honest with yourself about your feelings, desires, and aspirations. It's about living in alignment with your personal values rather than external pressures. It's a courageous act, especially in a world that often rewards conformity and superficial success. One of the greatest challenges you'll face in being authentic is handling criticism or misunderstanding from others. Not everyone will agree with your choices or your path, and that's perfectly okay. Being authentic means recognizing that your happiness isn't dependent on universal approval. You may face skepticism or judgment when you make unconventional decisions, but remember that those who truly love and respect you will support your authenticity even if they don't fully understand it. Emily, authenticity also means embracing your imperfections and vulnerabilities. None of us are perfect, and pretending otherwise is exhausting and ultimately unsatisfying. Vulnerability, though sometimes scary, allows genuine connections with others. Your truest friends and loved ones will appreciate and cherish you even more when you're genuine and open about your experiences and emotions. As you continue on your life's journey, please remember the powerful lessons from nature we've shared. The unwavering strength of the redwoods in California, the quiet resilience of the Mojave Desert, the authenticity of the Grand Canyon. Each of these places teaches us something profound. There is strength, beauty, and power in simply being authentically yourself. Emily, never be afraid to live your truth. Your authenticity is your greatest strength and the truest form of success. Remember, I'm always here to support and love you exactly as you are, and I couldn't be prouder of the remarkable person you're becoming. With endless love and admiration, Mom. Emily, my treasured daughter, tonight, I want to talk with you about something deeply connected to our happiness and overall well-being, gratitude. It might seem simple, but gratitude has a profound power to transform our daily experiences and enhance our emotional resilience. Reflecting on our family Thanksgiving gatherings always brings warmth to my heart. Sitting around the table, each of us sharing what we were thankful for, reminded us of the abundance in our lives, even in challenging times. Gratitude isn't just about being polite or saying, thank you. It's a mindset, an intentional focus on appreciating the good in your life. Even when things seem difficult, practicing gratitude helps shift your perspective toward positivity. During my career as a psychologist, I've witnessed countless individuals overcome adversity by cultivating gratitude. This simple shift helped them find strength and hope, even when facing life's toughest hurdles. Remember your Grandma Ellen? Despite the many challenges she faced in her life, including losing Grandpa early and raising your Uncle Ben and me alone, she always maintained an incredible attitude of gratitude. Every morning, she'd start her day listing 3 things she was grateful for. This small practice profoundly impacted her ability to remain positive and joyful throughout her life. Emily, I encourage you to develop your own practice of gratitude. It could be as simple as keeping a gratitude journal or mentally noting things you appreciate each day. When you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed, taking a moment to acknowledge something positive, even something small, can dramatically shift your mood and outlook. Another aspect of gratitude is expressing appreciation to others. Taking the time to let someone know how much you value and appreciate them can deeply strengthen your relationships. Genuine expressions of gratitude not only brighten the day of the recipient but also reinforce your own positive emotions. Remember how we wrote thank you notes after your birthday parties? It wasn't just good etiquette. It was also an opportunity to reflect on the kindness and generosity around you. Practicing gratitude also enhances your awareness of life's simple pleasures, the smell of fresh coffee in the morning, the laughter of friends, or the beauty of a sunset at the beach. These moments, though seemingly small, add profound depth and richness to life. Emily, embracing gratitude doesn't mean ignoring problems or difficulties. Rather, it means choosing to see beyond them, finding the good that still exists even in tough circumstances. Gratitude provides emotional strength and resilience, helping you navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease and optimism. As you move forward, let gratitude become a cornerstone of your daily life. It will bring you peace, joy, and strength, making every moment richer and more meaningful. Always grateful for you, Mom. Emily, my dear and wonderful daughter, as I wrap up this series of heartfelt letters to you, there's one final and important message I want to leave with you: the value of joy. Joy isn't merely fleeting happiness or temporary pleasure, it's a profound, deep-seated sense of contentment and delight that permeates your life, regardless of external circumstances. Do you remember our vacations on the Oregon coast, building sandcastles, feeling the ocean breeze, and laughing without a care in the world? Those moments captured pure joy, the kind of joy that nourishes your soul and stays with you, even years later. Joy doesn't always come from grand achievements or special occasions. Often, it's found in simple, everyday moments when you're fully present and appreciative. Throughout my life and career, I've seen so many individuals, including some of my closest friends and patients, lose touch with joy. They get caught up in routines, responsibilities, and expectations, forgetting to seek out and cherish joyful experiences. Yet, joy is essential for emotional and mental health. It rejuvenates us, providing the strength and energy we need to navigate life's demands. Emily, prioritize joy in your life. It might seem indulgent, but it's actually essential. Pursue hobbies you love, spend time with people who make you laugh, and never underestimate the power of play and relaxation. Embrace activities that fill your heart, whether it's painting, hiking, cooking, dancing, or simply curling up with a good book. Joy isn't a luxury, it's vital nourishment for your soul. It's also important to remember that joy often involves connection. Sharing joyful experiences with friends, family, or even strangers deepens your relationships and strengthens bonds. Remember those summer barbecues we hosted in our backyard, filled with laughter, games, and stories late into the night? Those shared joyful experiences created memories and relationships that lasted. But sometimes joy requires intentional effort, especially during challenging times. You must actively seek it out, cultivate it, and protect it. When life feels particularly difficult, consciously make space for joy, even if it's brief. A quiet moment sipping your favorite tea, a walk in nature, or listening to your favorite song. Emily, as you continue your journey, never forget that life, despite its challenges, is beautiful, rich, and full of possibilities. You are deeply loved, valued, and supported, not only by me but by everyone whose life you've touched with your kindness and authenticity. As you go forward, carry these lessons about resilience, gratitude, authenticity, and joy with you. They will serve as your compass, guiding you toward a fulfilling, meaningful, and truly joyful life. With all my love and pride, forever yours, Mom.